Let's go.
Let's go. Hello, and welcome back. Lovely new episode of our DevLog. Rosi, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. How are you, Ronnie?
I'm very well. But you guys, by the way, don't backgrounds. Yes, we know that Rosi's camera for some reason is a bit blurry today. We have absolutely no clue why. He did the almighty famous shut the PC off and on again. For some reason that didn't change anything. So I think today or we check after this stream. But welcome back, everybody, to this Tidal Rush DevLog episode. We have a bunch of stuff prepared for you today. Hello, Shiny Dynamic Phil, riding Doom 1 resolution camera. I see a couple of people already being the chat. Besides Deflatron, right all time, Deflatron, Bill, X, what's your nickname? But I remember your name from a big post in our Discord channel. Thank you so much for your feedback.
Yeah, thank you.
Read through that. I'm in that back, like we do with every piece of back. I'm play the game, running it down, and Pommels did also join us. Hey, Pommels, pleasure to see you.
I would like to greet him like he always doing this. Hi, Süßmaus. Hi, Pommels. Hi, Süßmaus.
Yeah, Pommels for the ones who don't know, friend of us. Also one of the former organizers Games Ground Berlin. I don't know still doing, but I have heard that you're not involved this year.
What was last year, and he's also a streamer as well. So if you want to see other cool content, he's also streaming. I don't know if you're doing this on a daily basis, but sometimes that's quite nice to see. Yo,
Really
Süßmauses.
fun fact to know. If you want to start your stream right afterwards, we are always looking for can raid at the end of our stream. Want to go live afterwards, and we take all of our followers. Definitely. But thanks for joining us.
Yes.
So, like I said, we have a bit of stuff prepared. Kept. So, bit of stuff prepared for today. We have a little product video, a very short time. I think last time did that the first time recording our weekly product update sessions, cutting that together. I think last time it took quite long, quite a bit of time to stream, so we optimized that a bit. Have something that's around 5 minutes long. I'm trying to some live commenting on there.
Yes.
Comments is writing thanks for the shout out, you awesome developers. Same to you.
But before we start with the video, I think that there's another update you may already heard at the beginning of the new stream, because it's our brand new track, which we use now for the intro scene. And that track, correct me if I'm wrong, Ronnie, is for our that track is for our second lab track. I don't know, is it right? The track is for our second track.
That track is for our second track.
Sounds a bit weird, yeah.
Louder than I am. Double check. I think I'm a little bit too quiet.
Yeah, that's by nature, Pommels. I'm always louder than Ronnie.
That's probably also the fun thing.
Maybe you can give us a master class in perfectly adjust the streaming setup, that no one is too loud, or that the videos are properly and not blurry like me right now.
Okay, so let's see. I increased the input noise level of my microphone a bit, and now it's hitting almost the yellow area of my noise level. That should be a bit better now. For some reason, it reduced it back to
like always. You sound
26%.
awesome.
I don't know what happens. It's just Windows being Windows. It sometimes fools us around. Yeah, so that was actually a great hint. The new track for the people who actually have joined our stream right from the very first second was a slight little carry hidden in this. It was our first new piece of music. Our second racetrack is now almost complete. We already implemented that in the stream, so you were actually able to hear it in the beginning. Hi Fenzel, nice to see you. Great
Hey,
to have you
Fensel.
back. You were able to hear it just a couple of minutes ago, and we will probably also implement it at the end of the stream once again, right before we gonna raid another stream. And if you already want to go out for the hunt for what channel we can actually raid at the end, feel free to do any recommendation. Because I was looking through a couple of channels, but I haven't really found one that piqued my interest. But maybe you guys will have a nice.
There are a lot of channels out there.
There are
It's
a
so
lot of channels out
crazy.
there. We could probably raid
Yeah, it's
anything. But
like Pommels already wrote. It's Twitch is like a rabbit hole. Not only configuration wise, but also you can actually see a lot of streamers out there. So crazy to every crazy topic. So yeah, Roddy, I think you can say something about this today's stream, right? What is going to happen today?
So today, like I said, we gonna talk a little bit less about product updates. Have prepared a short video for you of like roughly 5 minutes. Do some live commentary on that. Then we quickly gonna talk about the Steam Next Fest, which is brand new from the press, I would say. So Steam Next Fest, many of you might be aware of that. For the ones who are not aware, Steam hosts like all kinds of events over the 365 days a year. And some of these events are called Steam Next Fests, which are special marketing events primarily hosted to boost new upcoming games, mostly demos, or basically or only demos. And you can do this once in a lifetime for every game that you are basically developing. We wanted to very, very desperately wanted to participate in this upcoming Steam Next Fest that is now from the correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's the 13th to 20th of October. And we have just decided actually today that we are not going to participate in that. And why that is, I'm going to tell you in a couple of minutes later. It's not because we're bad people. It's not because we hate someone or whatever. There's a very valid reason for that, and we will tell you a bit more in a few seconds. And then we will actually, at the end of the stream, we will jump into a bit of gameplay. So once again, for the ones who want to join our gameplay sessions, I pinned the download link to our Tidal Rush tech demo at the top of the chat. So there should be a little Steam link in there. So if you haven't done that yet, download the demo, and later on we will hop into
Join us in the lobby.
Because a lot has changed. So if you haven't played the game for a while, you will definitely see some updates. And also, I want to point this out, especially we are working our ways up the ladder towards a Twitch affiliate partnership. So the only tiny goal that is missing as of right now, if I'm not mistaken, Rosie, is the followership. Is that correct?
Yes, I think there are only 3 followers left. So overall, we need 25 followers to reach the affiliate status, which allows us to include some extra stuff, I think, and also regarding the bandwidth, we're receiving some updates. So it would be awesome if you can tell a friend of a friend of a friend that he may join us. Leave a follow. Also, he can ring the bell that he receives or she receives notifications when the next stream is starting. But overall, it's not hard to miss a stream from us because we are going to stream regularly. Sorry for my German, English speaking. Every Tuesday and Thursday, 4 p.m. Central European summertime. So it would be cool if you may support us a bit with that. And yeah, thumbs up. So after the racing, maybe I continue because I prepared something also to not only entertain me, because I love to roast Ronnie on a daily basis.
That's always a bad
but
start,
also,
fellas. That's always,
and
if Rosie prepared something to entertain himself and you, that's usually something bad for me. So I wonder what happens.
yeah,
I have no clue.
It's also something to entertain you guys. So it's like a hot seat Q&A, but only with Ronnie at the one who needs to answer my prepared questions in like in a second. And after that, we're going to wrap up and actually want to rate someone. So, like Ronnie already said, please write down in the chat if you have like I don't know, special streamer or someone in mind who we can stream afterwards. So I would say, Ronnie, do we want to start into behind the build, show and
Absolutely.
tell
Absolutely.
of the latest updates at the last
Let's
week?
do a little bit of OBS streaming magic and switch
Magic.
screens into our video, because a lot has happened over the last couple of days. One thing that definitely happened, this is still in very early, in a very early stage, I must say so. But this basically is our current version of our UX and UI interface for the Grand Prix. So as we have mentioned before in one of the former episodes of this devlog and also in various other sources, we are finally working on a tournament mode in Tidal Rush. So not only are we working on the interface, but we are also working on 2 brand new tracks. One of these tracks, you heard the soundtrack in the very beginning, it's almost done. And this is going to be, some extent, this is going to be the final UI interface for selecting that cup. There's obviously still a bunch of things wrong with this one, because basically every track thumbnail is the same and every cup selection thumbnail is still the same. So it's still under heavy construction work, but I think our UI artist Warren did a lovely job with that. Also hinting at the very first cup that you're going to be able to play. The name, unfortunately, is a little bit overlapped by Rosi's face at the moment, by Rosi's camera, but it's called the Meteor Cup. And it's for now gonna contain all the 3 tracks that we have of that one prehistoric sort of primordial biome we have, which is a result from basically us developing that particular word kit, or the tracks with that word kit now. This is not going to be the final Meteor Cup, so we'll definitely switch around some tracks in the future. But for now, this is going to be the first introduction of our tournament mode, and we are very close actually to get all of this done. This was actually also supposed to be part of the next fest, so I can definitely tell you very soon we're going to have a tournament mode. And part of the tournament mode is obviously this very nice the shield sort of looking emblem in the right, which is currently being transformed into a in-game mesh. So we got this very high quality, textured, high poly asset from our UI artists, and our art director Phil is currently transforming this into a low poly version as an in-game mesh. Otherwise, obviously, our game will performance-wise be an absolute nightmare. Doing a tremendous job on that one already. It's gonna soon be there, and also some updates from the visual effects side. Our artist Bin, who you have had the chance to meet for the very first time in one of the last streams, currently working on a finish line rework and also on some confetti. Who doesn't like confetti? So there's some new confetti effects going to be triggered basically every time you enter the last lap, and before you ran over this finish line, you will see nice pieces of confetti flying through there, and I think it looks absolutely stunning. Gives you definitely the feeling of a champion. And therefore, also for that, our logo is undergoing a bit of construction work, because currently we only have that very high resolution version of our logo, and still is currently in the process of turning that into more low poly version. Hummels is looking forward to the tournament mode. Yes, we are in as well. We are waiting for that
Yeah,
for a very long time
yeah.
now. I can tell you that. I mean, I don't know, Rosie, how many times are we playing Tidal Rush? Basically the same track now over and over again. I think it's for 7-8 months now.
Yeah, for a long time, and it's not getting boring. But after several play sessions, you're mastering the track. Also, if you have like very hard competitors like you or the rest of the team. But I think it's going to be awesome if you have like a point system racing on several tracks, different tracks, and just kick asses. That's what I'm looking for. Also with the community together. Yeah.
Just kick asses. I couldn't put it
Yeah.
more explicitly. So DevLog was so kind to post that recording of the last stream from the interview with Win. Thanks for that. And that's basically where more about his job, what he he is the source of this beautiful new visual effect, or of those visual effects.
The magician, yeah.
Next is a little bit of an update to our third track, which is currently in the pipeline. The idea of a primordial mountainside, basically a bit forestry mountainside. You're climbing up that mountain, you're driving down that mountain. As you see, a lot has happened since the last time on that environment. There's a lot of shoot down and neck down and felled down fallen trees over the scenery, and one might wonder where those fallen trees come from. You will very, very soon find out. And the last piece I have, and I probably should have left the scenery a little bit longer because I can't follow up with talking. So I stopped the video for a second there. And the last thing that also is going to happen, not on the in-game side, but on the outside of things, is we're going to do a little rework on our website. Our shiny.gg website is going to get a brand new costume combining both our company website as well as our game website, with brand new assets in place, completely reworked style. Those imagery at this point, I definitely need to stop the stream here because those images are obviously not going to be the final images.
But they're looking cool.
They're looking
I like
absolutely
the pixel art.
fantastic. I love all those. For some reason, we have a lot of bald people in the company. But we definitely need at least.
That's the reason why. That's the reason why I always wearing a cap. Yeah.
That's the reason why you're wearing a cap. Exactly. Yeah. Well, and we are gonna push that new website live very, very soon as well.
It looks awesome. I like.
And I think the one who built this website did a tremendous job as well. Gonna upgrade our game a lot.
Yeah.
So with that being said, that's all for now from our product updates side of things. And Rosi, I think you mentioned some questions you had prepared before, right? You wanna?
You mean questions
do you wanna
regarding
throw one hot question in between before we go on?
Do you mean my special hot seat? You mean my special hot seat?
Do you have a buzzer or anything? Fancy hat?
No. But I would say let's do it at the end of the stream. That I'm going. You mean the ones I prepared especially for you? Those questions.
Or do you want to ask?
Let's do this at the end.
The question. Or do you want to wait?
I can start with one. Let's start with one. I would say an easy one.
Let's see.
A soft one. Guilty pleasure song that always makes you happy, Ronnie.
A song that always makes me happy. I would probably say, and someone will throw stones at me for that. It's probably Country Roads. For some weird reason, I can't unhear this never ever again in my life. And although I'm not frequently hearing country during the day, but every once in a while when I hearing Country Roads on the radio, especially when I'm sitting in the car, then something goes different in my head. I don't know what it is, but something goes different. And I never stop not singing with it.
I like what Pommels wrote in the chat. Let it go from Frozen. Yeah, actually.
That's a nice one.
So I think, or I assume, Pommels, that you also have kids, or maybe one kid. So I have a daughter, and Frozen was for several weeks a major part of my life, especially that song, both versions, English, German. And yeah, it's crazy. So when you have some kids at home, they're growing up at Disney, and so you are welcome back to that kind of world, and hearing all those old and also new songs, and that's crazy. So actually, that's also one of my guilty pleasure songs which make me happy. Not Frozen especially, but everything from Disney. So I think there is no song which actually makes me not happy. I don't know.
I must say, at this point, you look like a Frozen fan.
A bit, yeah.
I thought so. Yeah. Not surprising that you say that. So. Was writing
metal version of Frozen
is hilarious by Jonathan.
Really?
Who's feeling K-pop Demon Hunters, by the way?
Never watched it. Need to watch it.
I have it on my watch list. I must say that's probably also one of the crimes I'm being guilty of. I haven't watched it yet.
Vaiana is a good one.
Great for cleaning. Yeah. That's definitely one I would agree with. Not for cleaning, but it's definitely a good vibe sort of.
It cheers you up, I think. So there are several songs which are cheering me especially up when I hear them in the car or at home. I'm always like, "Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, it calls me." You know, that's then I'm
Yeah,
in the
that's
mood,
the
in the
one.
vibe. That's cool. Okay, so first one, sneak peek. The other ones at the rest of the stream.
We'll follow later.
And
Pencil Journey,
yes,
don't stop believing. Oh yes, oh yes. We
it's
we
also
all
good.
we are all guilty of that. No one can tell me that they don't like this song. Otherwise, you're lying to yourself and your ancestors if you say that.
Favorite song of my wife, by the way. Always when there's Journey on YouTube and the
Yeah,
radio, she's always like, "Psh, that's my favorite song."
it's Journey. Shut up.
Yeah, leave the room.
There's a reason for that. I see that. Um,
That's
all
cool.
right, then I would say let's. I would say let's hop. Shall we quickly hop into the daily build into our development build, Rosie, and see those actions, those latest
Yeah,
updates in action?
yeah.
Let's
I
let's
think
let's
Pommels
let's
want to
play
see
let's play a short
something
round
more.
while we collect more of your guilty pleasure songs from the community. Shine Dynamic Phil also wrote, "Join the games industry and watch your hair disappear over the course of your career."
Yeah, but only I actually see this for like the last 10 years that I'm losing my hair. That's so crazy. But you figure out ways to actually shape your hair in a way that nobody can see, like those bald areas.
Mhm.
But for some days, when you have a bad hair day, you need something on your head. Okay, cool.
Try
So
to
let's
have
go into daily
try to
build.
have excuse for that. Like the more your brain is growing, the less hair you need. The hair
And
needs to move.
but you have pretty nice full hair, Ronnie. What does it mean?
I've just
Uh,
very good genes, I would say. But that's what the reason why I'm not cutting them anymore, because it covers a lot. But let's not talk about missing hair. We will all get sad with that.
let's hop into the game.
Right. So yeah, let's hop in our dev version. So this is not the version where everyone can join. See, this is still our development build. So some of you, sorry if we exclude you, but we just want to quickly jump into these. Some of these the latest changes in action, because we definitely show you also for the ones that have missed the last stream what has happened on the latest tracks. So we play a couple of rounds and then we will later on move to the tech demos. Play with the rest.
I'm hosting the game. Yes.
Now we have a look at our second track. Just
You mean Primordial B?
Primordial BO1 as well. They don't have names at this point in time, so excuses for that. Phil also joined us, which is lovely. Yeah, Shadowstone Cavern, probably everyone knows Shadowstone Caverns at this point, so we don't really need to look into that. There's also not a lot of changes happening on that track. I think if we're gonna have a look at our two new tracks, that's probably the most interesting updates. Also, our lobby is undergoing a bit of construction work at the moment. So yeah, especially the logic behind the lobby, as in when you join and the host starts a game, there's like a counter running in the background, automatically starting the lobby, either if you're ready or not, or no matter if you're ready or not, to basically avoid being stuck in the lobby in case someone wants to fool or troll you. Deflatron used to be a base cap guy until one day I had stood up and time to change. My girlfriend didn't recognize me, walked right by me on the train station.
That's hard, but I think she falls in love with you again.
over and over again.
Over and over again. Okay, guys, are we ready?
I think we're ready.
Yeah, that's cool.
About the race.
Okay. Actually, I need to start a race.
The new.
Yeah.
So there's not a lot of indicators at this point. So this is part of the UI rework I mentioned. Don't see a lot of information at the moment right now. That you're still waiting for the host, so you're still waiting for other players. That is all part of the rework process of lobby coming very, very soon. And of course, this is our final track intro. Everything looks perfect, doesn't it?
I love it.
Of course it's not. haven't seen this is our second track we currently work on. It's sort of a swampy forestry area, and I'm really getting rockets fired off my foot.
Yep. With greetings from me.
Yeah, so this is a fairly easy track. It's a shorter version. It's been designed as a very lightweight track. So on a scale from 1 to 5, difficulty level, this is a 1. And it's supposed, to basically in a very nice, lightweight, playful, cheaply, enthusiastic way introduce new players to how the game works. But it has very wide, open, straight areas. It has a bunch of sharp corners, but most of them are fairly easy to do. Right. It's the pressure now that Thomas is watching.
Sorry.
I'm already ruining it. XKKK, how do you actually pronounce the name? Just say X for now. It's fine. Yeah, our designer, I think, did a tremendous job on the shortcuts, not only on the basic course of the track, but also the way he motivated people to go through shortcuts here and actually using the items correctly, like I just did, and shorten the way even further. For that kill that by no chance this was working.
And I also mentioned, I think in one of the last streams, that you can see clearly on the track design that the improvements. So the first one is like, I think also you mentioned already for like more casual players to get into Tidal Rush. That one is more like, okay, there are shortcuts in the game you can figure out, driving more strategically. And I think the third one, that's the one which has crazy shortcuts, where you actually, I think you need to train a bit to get access to those.
Yes.
And
we will show you in a second how it's not done, because I definitely haven't mastered getting onto these shortcuts. But let's have a look into them.
Pommels, is it a tech demo or the regular store page to download? Yeah, what you see right now is not the tech demo. The tech demo we are going to play afterwards. And you can download the tech demo. I think there's a link on our regular Steam page where you can download the tech demo. Yeah. And what you see currently right now is
the tech demo is also pinned in the top of the chat. So if you look at the Twitch chat, you should see a download link there, which is a dedicated demo page, not the main game. Inflaton once again is to the rescue.
I think he wants to become the mod of the chat, right?
Nightbot in here. Definitely. Yeah, so definitely.
You are the Nightbot. You are the Nightbot.
You are the Nightbot at the moment. So Deflaton was so kind to give me a hint for a for a nice working chatbot. I haven't had the time to do it yet. They'll do that. What I'm gonna do. Very, very soon, promise.
So, do you want to go to E2? Primordial
yes.
E2?
I think we're only waiting for you.
Oh, okay, sorry.
You're the host.
I'm the host.
The host.
But Nightbot sounds like Batman or so. Hey, I'm Nightbot.
That's exactly the reason why I want to have it. The brand name does so much to do I want it or not.
Would be awesome if it had text-to-speech or something, like if it bans someone or something happens and then like, here's Nightbot. You're doing something wrong. Okay, let's go. Ronnie, that's the track about, a lot of wood
that is
happening here, right?
To put it simply, that's a lot of, that is a lot of wood. That is indeed a lot of wood. Yeah, so the overall idea of this track is that there is, that you're, like I said before, climbing up a mountain and riding it down again. There's a lot of hollow, empty trees coming along the way that you can either pass through or dodge, or they come in the way. You ride through these nice pipelines here. If you see very, very closely, and I did manage on first try to get one of the shortcuts. Quite nice. If you are as bad as I am, you take some very, very nice shortcuts in this track. But they're a bit harder to get.
Oh, sorry.
Good thing about this track is that a lot of the walls are missing. So if you do like a very, very bad thing, like I'm probably gonna do in a few minutes, you can easily fall down the track. And the big question in this track is where do all these fallen trees come from? Rosi, do you have any idea where they might come?
Maybe there's a giant frogger or something? I don't know. No, there.
A giant frog?
A giant frog? No. I think that our art director is cooking something right now. So I don't know if you want to actually spoil this already, but there is something.
I asked for a purpose.
I would say there is something big, which is going, waiting for you up the hill, and then you can see, clearly see where those chopped trees come from. I would leave it that way.
It's big, it is scary, and it looks almost much better than you, Rosi, which is a very hard thing to do.
So after your first two sentences, I thought that you were talking about me. It's big, it's hairy.
Actually, what you don't know is that whatever is being put up there is actually being done while a photo of you is next to you.
Okay. But you also mentioned that those trees are floating down.
So currently, so when I pass those tree segments, currently they're static. Currently they're not moving anywhere. As soon as the track is going to make more progress and obviously more balls come into this racetrack or environment in general, then you will all of a sudden see tracks, trees starting to move. Moving down these walls. All those changes you by the way see here, like I would say 2 weeks ago, correct? 2 weeks ago, this was probably just a gigantic watery lane. There was no walls.
Just a rainbow road.
It was basically just a rainbow road. There was no walls or anything in it, or not too many. All of this work that has been done here with the walls, all stuff from Hill has been doing over the last couple of days. So definitely huge progress to that third track. Oh way. XKK, I just imagine how all the people take the shortcut and then get stuck between. That's happening. Happened in test races, and it will happen again. I promise I will, next time I will record this, I will definitely share it on either on the stream or on our social media.
What I like to see in the future is when we have those items on the track, and for example me or the other folks starting placing mines in the shortcuts, like we're doing actually on the second track. So it's always fun to see.
That is his favorite.
Overall, how the strategy improves when you're playing the tracks with the items you're using during the race. And it's also a question, maybe also for the chat, because right now we have some items in the game already, and we also figured out that the boost item is very strong, especially in the last meters of the track. And for example, if you are doing it like Ronnie and you keep 3 boosts for the rest of the race, then you always win. But what kind of other items, if you already played the demo, what kind of other items, weapons, or I don't know what you may want to have, or just get creative. Maybe what you have in mind of items would be cool, especially regarding like the water, where we are also, I think, working currently on, right? So I think Tom mentioned something today that the next focus is based on water mechanics, water physics, I think.
Yeah, so there's definitely going to be a lot more development effort in the next couple of weeks and months on getting more gameplay complexity out of the water, introduce testing waves as basically mobile ramps, stuff like that. If you ask me for weapons and pickups, I always thought of this sort of water wall generating mine that you basically throw in front of you and something will explode and there's like a water wave coming into your way. But yeah, that obviously happens every time. Or that only happens if we have unlimited money and time, which never happens. So
Yeah, it would be.
I will
It's a
never
typical
stop
question.
dreaming, but it's definitely one big dream I have.
Yeah, I think we have a lot of stuff in mind,
There's a
but
lot of options, definitely. We haven't talked about any sort of slow down items, I think, at this point. At least, no, not really. We have like mines that
no.
basically immediately put you to the stop.
Mhm.
We have a couple of stuff that you like invulnerability, where you can crash into people. We can have stuff that's up while hurting other people, but it's not something that will just slow you down. Something like
Like this would
oil
be cool.
puddles along the way, or like slime pools, whatever you can think of. There's still so many things we can explore.
And next to
Heavily
this,
about that.
also the weapon chance table, because you also need to keep it in balance. That, for example, just the amount of blue torpedoes, just the amount, for example, of shields, mines, and stuff like
Mhm.
this, and what kind of position you get it to what percentage, for example. Yeah, and I think also right now we need to improve like how often you get shields, a shield in the first position, or mines, for
Yeah.
example, or other stuff. But it's all goes along with how many budget do you have, how much time do you have left, and stuff like this, and how big
Mhm.
is your community, for example. I would say that's a very good segue to
I just wanted
speak
to
a bit
say that
about the
that
next,
sounded so perfect for a segue.
yeah, for the next fest.
Yeah.
And yeah, so like Ronnie already mentioned, so the next fest actually an event you can use once per game and gives you like a marketing boost, a visibility boost. But I would say, and there is, I don't know the name, maybe someone can put it in the chat, a guy from How to Market a Game on Steam who put a multiplicator next to that appearance on a Next Fest. So, for example, if you go into a Next Fest with 100 people, you can assume that you get like 200 people out of the Steam Next Fest. So, if you have like more wish listers or followers before Next Fest, you will go out with even more after Next Fest. That's one thing. And also, it's very hardly recommended to have the Next Fest next to your release date, because all the
Yes.
marketing boom, you're on the front page whatsoever. And if you're doing like a Next Fest in February but releasing in December, it's like a no-no.
Definitely,
Yeah,
definitely a big no-no. Yeah,
Chris Zukowski.
Chris Zukowski. I was also just researching the name. Chris Zukowski is the owner, or basically the face of how to market a game on Steam, and also
Do you
a
know?
big name in
Do you know
Tails
the
as well.
name? The name reminds me of someone else. I knew from elementary school because I needed to sing the songs. Rolf Zukowski.
Ah,
You
okay.
know, yeah.
I just
For
thought
all
it's
those German
I
speakers
just
out
thought
there,
like Rolf Zukowski from elementary school. That's interesting, but no,
or in kindergarten. I was from
you're saying some
kindergarten,
of
I
the
think.
songs from him. Yeah. So Next Fest obviously was a big thing for us. It's obviously a big thing for every game developer. We unfortunately had to decide that we're not going to participate in the Next Fest this time. Although the game really made a lot of progress over the last couple of weeks, we are really, really happy and really, really proud of the team also for like all the progress we have made. Um, Even looking at the very, very rough and short timeline and the tight budget we have, I know that's always a challenge and puts not only like a lot of stress on the management, but also a lot of stress on the team, because more stuff needs to be done by less people. All of these things, yeah, basically coming together, and then every milestone in a way counts. But Next Fest was in like after the last couple of days when we talked about Next Fest as like the biggest opportunity probably so far to get exposure out, to get eyes, fresh pair of eyes on the game, which is super important for us. It was just not gonna happen this time because our marketing success is still in the pipeline, I would say. So we tried to do the live streams. We did create, or we tried to create like almost on a daily basis or multiple times per day, a lot of content on various different platforms to get more fresh pair of eyes on the stream, on the game. But the amount of time it takes, I think, was vastly underrated by us. Or we were not expecting that it would take so much time, not only to build up that exposure, that outreach, but also basically that all the algorithms of all the different social media platforms grab onto your content and say like, okay, this is relevant content. I want to show this to more people. We have a bunch of stuff now in the pipeline over the next months, which will help us continuously growing our community. You will be part of this, obviously, and you are already part of this. But the next fest is definitely not the way for us to go this time, but there's a new next fest coming up in February. So we will collect new strength over the next couple of months, like not only obviously continue working on the game, but also generating and get a bit of rest over the end of the year, and then start fresh into the new year with some new very nice and exciting updates. Because we had a bunch of talks today already about new stuff that we will work on, and yeah, a lot will happen. Let me tell you that, and we will obviously do our best to keep you updated in our streams what is happening. Epsology joined our stream with 3 purple hearts. It's been nice to see.
Yeah.
Hello. All right. So with that being said about the next fest, I would say we hop into the actual community gameplay part, and we're going to start up the tech demo now to play a couple of rounds with you guys. And in the meantime, Rosie, you can tell me what other very exciting questions you have in your inventory.
So the next one,
while we fire up, hit me hard.
I think it's it fits quite good right now. If you had 1 extra month of dev time or just extra money, what's the first thing you would add to the game?
More tracks. And I know a bunch of people will love me for saying that. No, but seriously, if we had more time, not necessarily one more month, but if we had additional budget, I would love to hire I would love to hire another environmental artist right from the get-go and just build another track or a couple of more tracks. Because I can see how much pressure we're putting on our one artist, Phil. Or our art director, to be fair. Credits are being shared here. And it's such a tough job anyways to like manage all the artwork, like all the icons, the overall style of the game, the concept art, the character artwork, everything that is basically happening on the game from an artistic point of view. He needs to look at so many things at the same time. And it is really tricky for him at the same time to also make a lot of progress with the environment, because the environment takes much time to do. So if I would have more money, I would definitely hire like another environmental artist supporting him.
I would like to go with another designer, especially a track designer, so that one can focus on tracks, and the other one can focus on mechanics. Another crazy cool stuff. Yeah. Absolutely. But it's like you're juggling around with like all those tasks and try to figure out the best and perfect way to keep the team together and still focused and still on track without losing their minds and try to reach your milestones. And it's crazy, but I have to share again, we have an awesome team.
We definitely have. We definitely have.
Yeah. And I think also we want to introduce a Kraken, right, for the second track.
We definitely want.
Win wants to go with the Kraken.
Also, I'm going to participate in that and other Kraken as well. There it is, the spider riding a giant squid.
It needs to have more legs. More legs. And legs coming out of the legs.
And just in case, I know a very good a very good therapist if you ever need one.
So then, before we are starting the community challenge, one easy question, Ronnie, and I think I already know the answer: is a cat or a dog?
Oh, definitely a cat. I'm such a cat person. To be fair, I love all kinds of animals. I'm except I would say mosquitoes and wasps. they have a special, very, very special place in hell I reserve for them personally. But all the rest, all insects, all animals, I'm just a big fan of them. So I can basically harmonize with every animal on this planet.
Even mosquitoes?
I said besides mosquitoes and wasps. Those
Okay,
those
sorry.
ones have a special place in hell
Okay.
reserved. But all the rest I can definitely enjoy. But I owned, I think,
Okay, cool.
four cats in my entire life so far. And it's just such an amazing thing to have it's an amazing thing to have a pet in general at home, but having a cat at home was always like the thing for me since I was a kid. I'm
And
definitely a
it's
cat
also
person.
funny. It's also funny to see that it's very common to have a cat when you are working in the games industry, right? So I think 80% of our team owns a cat.
I think so, yeah.
We have one dog guy. We have one dog guy with 3 dogs. I think Frank had 3 dogs or so, and the rest of the team has or had cats.
Dogs is actually a huge downgrade for these type of dogs, because it's like an understatement, because those are not dogs, those are like half horses. What's it like, Danish? Danish? Is the dog race called Danish? Some of you might know this. Anyway, we can probably find out in the meantime. Let's jump into the tech demo, because I think a couple of people want to do races with. So tech demo here. So probably so. Right into that. Oh, happened to my stream guest. I think we lost Rosi along the way. But only me seeing his standard camera image. Yeah, Rosi's PC crashed, guys. Sorry for that. So he's gonna be back in a couple of seconds. That happens all the time. So let's wait a few minutes for him to come back. I just wanted to ask him what next question he's about to ask. But maybe it's a good minute for me to recover. Give me a few seconds. Increased skill issues. That. How is it hard for it? I did also think about, I don't know how some of you might think about this. Defletron, you will probably love this, but I definitely plan to jump on. And there goes Rosi. There's back. Welcome back.
That's crazy. Sorry for this, but
No worries.
I was about making a joke whatsoever, starting the game, and then all of a sudden everything's frozen and I can't do anything. That's crazy. It happened the second time today. But I think there was a very wise man who said that Yoshi is always in front of the monitor, right?
90% of the time. Yeah. I learned that myself very, very often throughout my career. And that was me or was someone else asking me for helping me. And most of the time that was sitting in front of the monitor, not I did.
Give me a sec. I'm going to join the second race. Is it the only boost? Is it the only boost race?
The current one is only boost racing.
Was it set up by Win?
Oktoberban is back in the game. Hey, Oktoberban. Once again leading the field. That's quite nice.
I love it.
Pizza. Yeah, I thought actually that it would take a little bit longer, because I was about to tell, but I'm thinking of also doing live streams on the weekend, not with our Tidal Rush official account, but with the private one. Because I thought about finally getting back into game development myself, not like getting into like hardcore game development, but at least starting some courses again, refreshing my knowledge, because I actually did that last year finally. And I thought my schedule was quite intense.
That is cool. Actually, I do not want to do this with the stream. Maybe also going to stream a bit beside our regular streams with Shiny, but I also want to start again with all those Unity stuff, hopping into game development again, continue several courses whatsoever. And therefore, big kudos also to DevLog, who's always sharing humble bundles whatsoever. Like, that's the one you need to do. That's another course you need to do. That one is awesome. That one is awesome. That's quite cool. So actually, it's like my pile of shame and Steam. I also have a pile of learning on my desktop PC with a lot of stuff I need to read, I need to do.
And tell me about my Udemy account. Don't ask about my Udemy account. It's the same.
Should I ask about the Udemy account?
There's not only a lot of content about game development. There's also just a bunch of other stuff about project management, Scrum Master license courses, and all kinds of shebang. Yes, I always learned kind of on the job. My philosophy anyway. And it worked quite well so far.
I love the message from DevLog. He's mentioned that he's going to do a follow-up stream explaining how to not do it. Catchphrase will be, well, yeah, but... That's quite cool. That's cool.
I use that redefine, one famous movie.
Ach, nein, ja, oh!
Nee, ja.
So, Toverban, 3rd place, awesome.
Toverban is really up for a challenge here.
Yeah, and so that's the reason why I'm going to join.
Definitely was well aware of what we're talking about.
That's the reason why I'm going to join.
Muskatnuss Herr Müller, that is also a very good one.
So ready to roll.
It's a little bit tricky, a little bit delicate to quote that as a German, but...
So again, dear lovely chat, you can just download the demo if you want to join us. So there are still 3 spots left to join us in the lobby. Actually, right now you can play with 8 players, but I think also the team is cooking something behind the scenes that I think in the lobby you can put right now, or I think in an update, I don't know, even more players into. But 8 players, current setup. Yeah, there's DevLog.
Let's do 8 players for now.
Yeah.
There goes DevLog, sweet. Toverban is on lobby place number 1. Is that an omen? Is that like a promise? What is going to happen right now?
Let's see.
We've said we can have 16. Yes, it did.
Again, only boosts.
Constantly missing the first item. I don't know what I'm doing.
I think it's one of the baddest feelings you can have if you are behind someone and you just try to figure out, okay, which item does he go for? And then it's actually one you're aiming for. Oh, I hate it.
Yep.
No, missed an item.
By the way, in on first place, like miles and miles away. Who's like leading the board at the moment? struggling yet.
Oh, it's a 4-lapper. Oh.
Yeah, we've been again. That is the item.
Oh no.
Whoever is leading the board here, I have no freaking chance to catch up away. Actually not that far away.
And there comes Tovaban. Ah, gotcha. No.
We've been beaten by a bot as Miko.
Yeah, yes. Ah!
I just over.
That was a photo finish, Tovaban. That was a photo finish.
Oh yeah, that was actually a very close. Yeah, look at the times. That's definitely a short one.
And that's something which keeps you alive on a daily basis. When you do this in your stand-up, it's always like, oh.
This gets the pose.
Okay, so I would say last race with items, mixed items.
Have this lovely sound bug again where you'll hear wave noise. Ah, no, it's gone. You'll hear wave noise.
You open up the lobby? Yeah, one with mixed items, with all items.
I think Vin opened up another lobby, so good to go.
You can join. So everyone who wants to join, Tovaban is in there. I think it's getting personal right now.
By the way, what we didn't mention beginning, we mentioned like going for Twitch affiliate partner status for various reasons, like obviously for the bigger bandwidth, like increasing the streaming quality, etc., etc. What this will also give us access to is like all those viewer rewards, like channel points, channel bits. It will open subscriptions to us, and subscriptions will, on the other hand, allow people who subscribe to a channel give stream specific or unlock stream specific content like banners or modes or whatever. And I have already started a collection of individual emotes that we use in the company very exclusively.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna upload them on Twitch as well as a reward for subscriptions. So hopefully the next time we stream, either on Thursday or next week, hopefully we will have reached the 25 followers on affiliate status by that point. If that happens, we might have custom emoji.
So we have 4 people in
the
the lobby.
Twitch game. We're playing the Twitch game.
We try to. We improve.
At least we tried.
Step by step. So who wants to join? Last chance.
In the meantime, Rosie, do you have another hot Q&A session or question for?
I think that's a good one related to Tidal Rush. Not actually, but which game frustrated you the most in your life?
Ooh. There's many. It's not an easy to answer question. Got that for a second.
So I would say when you're thinking out loud, let's start the race. So I would say Phil lock in, Vin lock in.
Oh, I know. Hell Let Loose. Hell Let Loose was the most frustrating but also the most entertaining shooter game for me in a while, I must say. Because I mean, for those ones who don't know Hell Let Loose, Hell Let Loose basically is a very realistic multiplayer shooter game where you can, I think, play with up to 100 people on like a Second World War map. And try to, basically claim checkpoints, you can ride tanks, you play in squads where technology has different roles, and it's very highly realistic, so basically every bullet is instantly killing you. It has been the most frustrating, the most entertaining part of game for me in a while. Because not only did I have the most fun times with friends in this game, but also it can be so frustrating. If you're walking for like 15 to 20 minutes, you don't find a single person on the entire map. Then all of a sudden you're being shot and you don't know where it came from. That happens so many times to me.
For me, actually,
My mouse
for me, actually, it's an easy answer. It's a game back in the days, played, I think, on PlayStation 1. It's called Driver. And the first mission, which was actually, yeah,
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
I hated it so much. Okay, next to this, Ronnie, are you a morning dude or a night owl?
I used to be quite a morning person. I would say that has changed a bit in my 20s. Now I'm back to being a morning person again. So overall, I would say I'm a morning person. I need to be in my bed like very on point at like 11 p.m. latest, but can definitely stand up at like 5 or 6 a.m. in the morning and like refreshed.
That's crazy.
And I don't need coffee. Big thing
Yeah, that's actually a superpower. Another question: which song or artist do you secretly sing loud when nobody is watching?
Question. Honestly, I never hide when I enjoy a song, so I never sing secretly. I would say.
Didn't you? I think you mentioned that you're a Swiftie, right?
I'm definitely Swiftie.
Swiftie is von Rick and Morty, yeah? Keep it Swiftie or a Switch?
No, you probably also heard of this rumor that like all the muscular people, like the most muscular people in the gym, where everyone thinks when they have headphones on they listen like to like really happy hardcore hip hop or heavy metal or anything like that. In real life, they actually listen to white girl thrash music or pop music or anything like that. That's me. That's basically me. Except the muscles.
Reminds me of the dude from, I think the movie was called White Chicks.
Yeah.
With the muscular guy in a cabrio, and he was like, you know my favorite song?
Wasn't that Terry Crews?
I think it was Terry Crews, yeah. A quick one, Ronnie. What's your favorite Pokemon?
Oh, Pikachu. For a reason. Always will be. But I think Charizard is also very high on the list. And I think also I've heard that Charizard might be the most famous Pokemon ever. Time?
I don't know. Maybe the chat can answer. But for me, it's like Anton. I like Anton.
But that little yellow duck, I know what you mean. The one who has always headaches.
Okay, I would say I fire out my last 3 questions. So if you could erase your memory of one game just to play it again, which would it be?
Zelda Ocarina of Time.
That was a fast one. Single player or multiplayer games?
You mean what I prefer? Multiplayer games.
Yes. Okay, and the last one is a tricky one. Maybe the chat can also answer or think about a very good answer to this. Would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or one duck-sized horses?
I would probably fight a horse-sized duck. Because they are fluffy. And they can kick you to death.
I would go with the 100 duck-sized horses. I think they are also cute as well. But I can kick.
If they have hooves and like the same amount of power, but they're just smaller. It still hurts when they kick you.
Did you ever have been bitten by a duck? It hurts. They have like tiny teeth, very tiny teeth.
I've been bitten by a oops. Yeah, by a swan.
Cool.
Swans are like the biggest, sorry for saying that, but the biggest dickheads on the planet. There's like all kinds of like harmonized, like peaceful beings that are just minding their own business. And swans basically, as soon as you enter some watery area, they would swim right towards you and just determine you as their arch enemy for the rest of your life, and they will not stop annoying you until you left that water. That's why.
Yeah, they need to prove their point. Actually, it's their area. Yeah, that's their area, and you need to pay cash to be there. You know what I mean? So they're the mob boss.
Are we talking about European or South African ducks?
Is there a difference, actually?
Oh, there is.
Really?
There's also a nice looking. It's actually an invading species, but there's a very nice looking duck that you see in Germany quite often these days.
The Christmas duck?
It's like a very nice.
Oh, it was a joke. Sorry. Ha ha ha. Christmas duck. Ha ha ha.
Sorry, I missed that.
So no other race anymore? Do we jump out now?
I would say we jump out now at least. Looking at the clock, I think we have reached the end. If you have any additional question, Rosie, now is your time.
No, I'm done. But I'm already also starting a new race. So I can maybe you can say something more about the next upcoming stream. And oh no, game host left our connection. Okay, sorry, guys.
Forgot about that.
So no other race. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, next, I mean, you've some of you have seen the last episode, so we introduced a new format to this DevLog channel, which is Meet the Team. Last time on the stream there was Vin, our animations and VFX artist. Next time on Thursday we will have another Meet the Team episode with a new guest, which I can't announce as of right now because we haven't picked one yet, but someone definitely from the team. It won't be someone external, I can tell you that.
We do not want to force someone, but we are going to pick someone.
We're going to pick someone. We're not going to force him, but they don't have but they don't have a choice. They know it.
There's option A or option A.
No, but most likely there's going to be another team member of us joining, chatting a bit about what he's currently doing on the job, on the company, and just have a couple of races with us. That's going to be the deal. I can definitely tell you who's going to be part of the stream next week, though, because next week he's a very active member of our chat. He's also our beloved business partner in crime, our new co-founder, and our very active chat contributor talking about European and South African ducks. Next Thursday, we're going to have Deflatron on this. I'm very much looking forward to. Yeah. Then by that time, we're also going to talk about Canadian goose. Gooses? English is not my native language. Sorry, fellas. But yeah, so that one's probably gonna be a bit more of a technical discussion. I knew it was geek. Great bird names there. He definitely does. All right. In the meantime, thank you so much, everyone, for once again joining our stream.
Yeah, it was a pleasure.
Was definitely a pleasure. I currently see 11 followers on the stream, which is absolutely lovely. We are on 21 followers on the channel. So if you haven't left a follow on the stream or on the channel, please do that now. So. We are looking for those 25 followers. I definitely want to hand out some custom emojis, and now is the term where we need to decide what channels we're going to rate. And Deflatron has already made a suggestion, which is hypnotic games.
And we also need to think about what comment do we want to post when we are rating.
Yes, we need a race message, everyone.
Yeah, a race message, something. What is the race message?
Hail hypnotic games is the suggestion.
Okay, just copy paste the message, and when we are invading or raiding the other stream, just post it in there. Be there for a couple of minutes would be awesome. And I had a question in my mind, and now I forgot it.
No, I don't think I can get.
Yeah, hypnotic games looks good to me, so we will rate hypnotic games.
Yeah, that's actually I want to just want to say, so if we are going to reach that 25 followers, I think Ronnie has a surprise maybe, and change his appearance for the other stream.
Oh yeah,
and dress up like a maiden or something like this. I don't know.
Did Kev actually did Kev pay you to say that? Because I know for a fact that some people have this rumor in the room that I color my hair or I dye my hair. Yeah,
I don't know.
See, there it goes again. Some people told me that
blue hair don't care.
Color or dye my hair in the colors of our logo. I might do
Yeah.
that. Let's see. Not on 25 followers though. Maybe 250.
Okay. So then thanks again, guys, for joining. Was awesome. Was a pleasure. This time, I think with no rage moments, but can happen on Thursday. And I would say let's rate that. What is the name? Hypnotic Games.
Hypnotic Games. I definitely prepared everything. So from my side as well, thank you everyone for joining this Tuesday live stream. Like I said, next stream is going to happen on Thursday, 4 p.m. Once again, we have another member from the team joining us, talking a bit about his job, his contributions to Tidal Rush. Next stream, we're probably also going to have more contributions in regards to what happens now after we have withdrawn our participation interest in the next fest. Then, yeah, a bunch of more stuff that I won't tell you right now, and you will find out when you follow our next stream. So thanks everyone, and I will now throw us in Hypnotic Games.
Let's raid.
Let's raid.
Bye bye.
See how that. 4 views, 7 views. 8 viewers are ready to raid. Click the match button now. Thanks everyone for joining. See you around. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.